Oh.
So I think right now we're totally like alienating the people from UC San Diego. So at the end of this show, I will have to say 5 nice things about UC San Diego. That is my task.
But
So
we're not at the end of the show yet, so.
not yet. So until then, yeah, UC San Diego.
All
So
right.
if any of you were interested
Yeah.
in um, how things were started, here's some very old toys. Quick 10. How 10 classic toys were invented. Anyone want to know how Lincoln Logs were invented?
Well,
By a guy named John Lloyd Wright. Frank Lloyd Wright's son. Do you know who Frank Lloyd Wright is?
not off the top of my head.
I have no idea who he is either. Why do we care? I don't know. But apparently, John Lloyd Wright invented Lincoln Logs. The original instructions included how to construct a replica of Abraham Lincoln's cabin, but also how to construct Uncle Tom's Cabin. Tinker Toys, number 2, were invented after a stonemason saw kids being totally entertained by building things with pencils and spools of thread. I hate Tinker Toys. They always broke on me. And they never ever, they're not very, I don't know.
Durable.
Exactly. Plus, they don't bend, so it makes it really difficult to make anything actually, like good.
Yeah.
Hula hoops have been around forever in various
Whoop.
formats, but the official Whammo toy was invented in 1958. Get this, the inventors promoted it by going around to various playgrounds and parks, giving children samples and showing them how to use it. Something tells me 2 random men showing up in a park handing out toys wouldn't go over well today. That's just creepy. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Sea monkeys, number 4.
Not to be confused with sea kittens.
Exactly. Sea kittens are delicious, and sea monkeys are brine shrimp. Sea monkeys are real, and as far as I know, they suck. No one has ever really gotten it to work, but they were invented, quote unquote invented, in 1957 by Harold von Braunhut, the guy who invented X-ray specs. Wow, that's a
Which
step
also
down.
didn't work.
Exactly. He chose brine shrimp because they enter a natural state of suspended animation in certain shippable environments. When kids release the quote-unquote monkeys into the prepared water, they hatch. The reason they're so active is because one of the packets you dump into the aquarium contains a type of salt that increases the sexual activity of the little critters. Oh yes. It's all about the monkey
That's
love.
a giggity.
Giggity giggity.
Giggity goo.
Play-Doh, number 5. I love Play-Doh. For about 10 minutes, and then it's like, well, I can't. So the only thing about Play-Doh is you can't, you can only put it, like, by itself. So I can't mix colors, or else I'm screwed. You know what I mean? Anyway, Play-Doh was first sold as wallpaper cleaner. You rolled it on the walls to remove coal dust. Anyone ever heard of a rag? Or a sponge?
Well, maybe it just didn't work that well. I don't know.
Troll dolls. I hate those things. Created in 1949 by a Danish fisherman who needed a cheap Christmas gift for his daughter because he couldn't afford to buy anything else. Scrooge. He used sheep's wool for the hair. Thomas Dam's dolls caught on. Thus the original dolls were called Dam dolls. I've never owned a troll, thank God.
Yeah, neither have I. Yeah, Slinky.
Number 7. Was invented by naval engineer Richard James. He knocked a spring off a shelf when he was working to develop springs that could keep ship instruments stable in choppy waters. The spring did what a slinky does. Stepped down to the stack of books, then to the table, then to the floor, where it righted itself into a cylinder. James knew it would be a great toy, and tests by neighborhood kids proved him right. Wow, old people. Lego blocks, number 8. I love Lego.
I just want to ask how many people never had a Slinky that didn't just end up getting tangled up and unusable. After,
I don't think anybody.
I always had that happen. Yeah. Always.
Me too. Yeah, I've broken quite a few Slinkies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lego blocks.
Woo!
I like Lego. Were invented by Ole Kirk Christensen, a master carpenter who lived in Denmark. What's up with people in Denmark, dude? Didn't we just read a story? Hold on. Oh, Danish. Never mind. Sorry. Denmark. The word comes from the Danish word leg and goat, which together means play well. They later discovered that in Latin, Lego means I put together.
Yay!
Raggedy Ann and Andy were created by writer and illustrator John Gruhl. Ann was created as a doll in 1915 for Gruhl's daughter. He named the doll after two book poems from a James Whitcomb Riley book, The Raggedy Man and Little Orphan Andy. Isn't that some kind of copyright infringement?
I don't think so.
Anne inspired Gruhl to write stories about her adventures in 1918. Raggedy Ann Stories was released. Her brother Andy showed up in 1920. I think they're the creepiest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, they could be. Yeah, they could be pretty disturbing.
It's just creepy. Like you always think they're gonna like wake up in the middle of the night and strangle you with their soft puppet hands, but creepy still nonetheless. And finally, number 10. I've never owned a sock monkey.
I've never even heard of a sock monkey.
You haven't? Dude, they're really cool. Have you ever seen, what's that movie, Bones, with, like, crossbones or some kind of, something bones. Monkey Bones, that's what it is.
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's got a sock monkey in it. In any case,
right.
sock monkeys are thought to have come about in 1932. The distinctive red heel was given to socks so customers would know they were getting authentic Rockford socks. When the Nelson Knitting Company discovered that their socks were being used across the country in this arts and crafts movement, they won the design patent for the sock monkey pattern and started including it in the packaging of their socks. Cool.
Yes. Yep.
I'm not. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of interesting how some of these things came about, you know, but for the most part, But anyway. You got one more?
All right. I got one more.
All
right. April Fool. NASCAR hoax causes web frenzy.
No. Sorry, go on.
All right. All Car and Driver magazine tried to do was drive a little levity into the auto industry bailout with a prank. The serious publication ran a joke story that announced that Obama had ordered Chevrolet and Dodge to pull out of NASCAR if they wanted to keep their federal funds. For a brief, web-fueled moment, NASCAR fans had to imagine a future of cheering for Japanese cars, or worse, French ones. Immediately, the internet went crazy with searches on Obama NASCAR accelerating in the search and zooming across Twitter. All right, I just want to go on a side note. Twitter is retarded. Anyways.
Why?
Because it's pointless. It's just like Facebook status updates. That's all it is. Just like every 5 minutes, I can see someone on a phone just updating where they're at. Anyways, although the story was clearly marked as a hoax, car driver eventually pulled the fake story and apologized for going too far. So, yeah, I can just imagine riots in the streets because, you know.
Rednecks.
Yeah. Anyways, now we're gonna tell you the reason why we've been ragging on you as UC San Diego.
You know who would run a story? and get
What?
really confused about UC San Diego?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I believe that UC San Diego is the most messed up, effed up place in the world, and no one should ever go.
And we're gonna tell you
Because
why.